Hi friends, welcome to New in the Studio. My name is Lisa Schmidt and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm excited to be with you tonight. Boy, whew, Dave and I had a whirlwind week last week. Say that three times fast. Last weekend, 2 weekends ago, Katie said, our youngest said, well, we're going to get married next week because her mother-in-law, her future mother-in-law at that point is ill. Okay. They were going to get married next fall. So then this past weekend, we flew out to Maine on Thursday. Yep. Pulled together a wedding in a week. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. It helps that their setting, don't you think? Like their backyard overlooks this gorgeous lake inlet in Maine. It was just beautiful.
With colors starting to change and all sorts of fun stuff.
So pretty. And super helpful that the mother-in-law's best friend, two of her best friends, one does hair and makeup and one does photography. So boom, boom. Those are two big areas that are taken care of. So anyway, it was very fun. We were a little weary, but it was very fun. So I'm going to show you a stamp set called Peaceful Evergreens and show you where it is in the catalog first, and then I will go ahead and show you it. So Peaceful Evergreens is this right here. And you can use these dies on it. And it also has an embossing folder and this really, really pretty red ribbon with gold on the edge. Cherry cobbler, which I don't have. I'm out of. But I am going to order tonight. So, but this beautiful 3D embossing folder, as well as the stamp set and dies. So that was on page 24, if you want to look that up. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, I haven't done this in a while, but we're going to do pure stamping because we can. So I'm going to move this over here. All right, so pure stamping in my mind is when I just stamp. So here's the stamp set, Peaceful Evergreens. While I'm stamping, thanks, Mary Jo. While I'm stamping, I want you to think about this. I can kind of see like some ground. I want you to think about what would you use this for? What would you use that for? Because honestly, I don't know. So, but we are going to use the three trees, the big trees. And boop, I'm going to use one of the trees actually. Is this the one? Yes. So pure stamping, let's just see what color it is. I clean that off real quick. I was just using it and I will use it later on a different color, but I'm going to use it on shaded spruce. Ooh, look at all that old olive. Mary Jo, thanks for holding down the fort. It's never been so clean when I came back. Really appreciate all of you cleaning it up. All right, so shaded spruce. Shaded spruce.
Mary Jo says a snowdrift. I know. For the little one, it looks like a snowdrift. The bigger one, I'm just...
How do you make... I guess I don't understand.
Little lower, please.
I just don't get, like... I don't see it. So is it behind the tree? Is it at the bottom of the tree? I know. I just don't quite get it.
Mary Jo says it was Nancy cleaning up.
Oh, you know, that's what Dave said. I'm like, no, I'm sure Mary Jo helped. Giving you credit. All right. So... this tree fits all the way on. So I was thinking, like, even just pure stamping, I could go this way or I could go this way. I'm going to go this way. Pure stamping, okay? I'm going to stamp it in shaded spruce. I'm going to go over and up a little bit. And I'm going to stamp off one more time just on a piece of paper. Stamp off, and I'm going to get this one about the same. So that, to me, I'm like, well, that by itself is pretty darn pretty. Pretty darn pretty. What do you think? I mean, I didn't do anything fancy, but I think it's really quite pretty. And I would put on this one, I could easily see like perhaps a small ribbon, or just using I was thinking of thanks so much in an alternating color, perhaps in cherry cobbler. Pure stamping, it still can be so simple. Thanks so much. Let's get that straight. Thanks so much. Boom, done. Okay, it's pretty. It's simple. Okay, so I mean, I could easily put that card together. I might want to use this for something else. I'm not sure. So anyway, isn't that, I mean, it's pretty. A little bit of Winkostella.
Hey,
Sure.
Diane.
I'm with you on that. Okay. So we could use a little
Mary
bit
Jo just said maybe a little bit of Winkostella.
on here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I heard her. So I am going to, because it's not quite dry, do you see what's happening? Which is okay. It's sort of blending in the colors. Actually, that looks really nice. And you could do the same thing, or if you just want this one tree to stand out, you could let it dry first, dry more. Or I kind of like that it's sort of shaded in.
It's kind of a watercolory stamp.
Yeah,
so I think
I sort of like that.
Smear a little bit.
Okay, so that is one thing we could do. So there's one. Boom, done. I'm gonna set that aside. Okay, the next thing we could do is we could use the embossing folder, and you could just simply emboss the trees. So the trees are quite large, as you can see on here. This card goes there. But if I wanted to just emboss the trees and stamp a sentiment, I think it's still pretty. It's hard to see on the screen, I think, but it's still pretty.
Hold it up just a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
A little more. There we go.
So I think it still could be pretty as just a simple card. The other thing we can do is we could emboss just a piece of something. So this is this tree on the bottom right here. Yes, it's that tree right there. And then I'm just using that. So there's some of the tree, the tree next door, a little bit's here, but you don't even really see it. So that could be another way to use it, just using part of it, not the whole thing, because it's kind of large. It'd be great for scrapbooks. You'd get a nice definition on that lower part. Oh, by the way, look at my nails. I got my nails done with Katie. That was really fun. These are dipped. I've never done dipped before, but I kind of liked it. Okay, so the next step up from there is I'm going to also do, it's kind of, I guess it's also pure stamping, but it's using a different stamp. I just think it's so pretty. So this one is just, I just inked
Hey, Sandy.
This one is just the small one. I'm going to go up a little higher right there.
The row of trees.
Just a little bit of trees. And on this one, if we even just use a little bit of ribbon, I mean, it's simple. I get that it's simple, but I do think it's really pretty. Super simple. All right, I'm going to put some adhesive because I don't know where it's going to go. Oh, look at that schmutz. Oh, well, I'm going to keep going. Put this here and here. And grab my scissors.
This would make a lovely little note card or
Exactly,
thank you,
that's what I'm thinking. I was thinking the same thing.
Make a bunch of these and you're ready to go for the holidays.
Shaded spruce. See, the shaded spruce comes in very handy. So yeah, just something like that. Tie a little, it would be nice on a really small note card, on a whatever, 3x4.
Even just this.
Even just this, but a 3x4.
I have big handwriting, so I like full-size note cards.
Awesome.
Anyone who's ever seen my handwriting knows that.
All right, great.
Sheesh.
And no, you're good. And then on this one too, I was just thinking, that's cherry cobbler. Make sure I wash that off. Just thinking of a thanks so much. And you could do that, or you could just do the thanks. I'm going to backtrack and do something different. So I'm going to take a little piece of, I want white, I want vanilla, a little piece of vanilla cardstock. I'm just going to stamp, I'm going to cut out just the thanks.
Hi, Deb.
So I'm just going to go like that. And I'm just going to trim. Hi, Deb. She was just in Maine. She said, where were you in Maine? I'm just going to cut out just the little thanks part. Just the thanks. Like that. That. Just a little.
The only disappointing part of our weekend, we did not see much wildlife.
Yeah.
Like a squirrel was the most exciting thing.
What were those other things, though? Did we decide they
eagle,
were?
But we didn't see it.
No, a baby squawking. All right. So, again, pretty simple. Just a little thanks. So you can see, just from these two, this would also be on shaded spruce. You can see that you can just do, just by stamping, pure stamping, there are some beautiful things you can make. But now I'm ready to go up a notch.
Deb also flew in and out of Portland.
Oh,
it's a nice little airport.
It's a great little airport.
And best of all, we got to fly nonstop from Minneapolis to Portland, which I love anytime I can just go straight there and not have to stop somewhere.
Yeah. All right. This next one, it's a step up. Okay. So kind of done with those little things. We're going to step up to the next one, which is a more detailed card. We're going to start with Lost Lagoon. So that's our card base. There we go. And I want to show you this die right here. This one is snow. Look at that.
Nice.
That's how I clean out my die. Part of it. But it's snow. And so I die cut here on Lost Lagoon. I die cut one, and then I went down and die cut another, and ended up with some snow that's going to sit like that. How fun is that? I was like, oh, that's cool. I like it. So let's go ahead and Bar Harbor. You've been there before, haven't you, Deb? I've heard you talk about that, I think. All right. Well, we had a lovely time. Whirlwind, but really good. Oopsie. Okay, let's try to be a little bit more careful on that one. Okay, here are my little snowflakes. I think paper is a little crooked here, but that's okay. There are my snowflakes. It's okay because that is going to get covered right here with some snow. And I kind of want to tear it a little bit because I don't want to go too low, because then my snowflakes are going to be, there's going to be no snow on the bottom. So I'm going to just tear this a little bit. And that one might be too low. We'll see. But it's fine. I'll just raise this up. Oh, no, it's just fine. Okay, so there's my little tearing. And let's go ahead and stick this on. Then we're going to stamp and die cut some trees and take it up like several notches here. So I'm going to go right to the bottom. There we go. Just like that. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is go ahead and stamp our trees. So I'm going to stamp my big tree. I'm going to set this aside, and I'm done with shaded spruce. I'm going to close that. I'm going to use Mossy Meadow and Old Olive. Those two, actually, if you need two colors of green, I feel like they go together pretty well. The tree, when you clean it, it does kind of hold some of that color. So I'm going to spray directly on that, and then it all drips off, which is quite nice. Quite nice. Lovely. Okay. Let's pat it a little bit, make sure it's dry and it's clean. Sometimes that's what I do to see if it's dry. Okay. Old Olive is going to actually be the two smaller trees. So this tree and this tree, I'm going to stamp in Old Olive. So let's get our mat. Nope, they're rubber. So I'm okay. I don't need my mat. All right. And I'm going to stamp those on white because I'm going to cut them out, die cut them out. So let's go ahead and stamp. This is Old Olive. Yep. Old Olive. I'm going to stamp one tree over here. I just like pine trees. They're really pretty. And I'm going to stamp one here. Okay, and then the last one, I'm going to stamp in Mossy Meadow, the big one, biggest one. Okay, we did our snow. Mossy Meadow. This one. All right, Mossy Meadow. I'm going to just flip it over so I could die cut those out. There we go. Ooh, isn't that so pretty? Just the detail, and some of it's lightly shaded. I just think it's really pretty. Well, so you don't have to watch me die cut those out. I did die cut them out already. And one thing I noticed is when I thought the die was there, like on it, and I went to, I have my squish the bug method, it slid. So then I did use washi tape, even though it's a pretty solid die for that. It's a big die. It's just the outline die, and yet it slid. So even though I'm like, oh, this is definitely a squish the bug situation, I did put a piece of washi tape on it because somehow it moved. So, all right. And I could have, sorry, backtracking. I could have also cut out those the little trees if I wanted to, because that's a die. All right, so we've got our trees. Let's bring back in our card. And I am going to put the trees kind of like that and put this one down a little lower like that. Before I stick those on, I want to show you, there's one more thing you could add to trees. I don't think I'm going to add it on this one, but there also is, let me just show you this tree. There also are these little, I don't know, what do you call these? Kind of the detail of the tree. So if you wanted, I'm going to pick that up so you can see it. So if you wanted more detail, or maybe you wanted a different color on top. So if this was, like if this, I did, for example, did old olive on top of the mossy meadow, you can see it would give it a different color. So there's one for each of the sizes. Then I was thinking, or if maybe if you had a gold tree or silver tree, I don't know. I was trying to think, but I'm not going to use it on this because I think these are just really pretty. Okay, let's stick some of these down. I'm just going to stick this one here. I'm going to stick this one here. Well, there's barely any adhesive I put on there. I'm going to stick that one over here, maybe a little bit higher, like that. And this one, of course, I'm going to pop up with dimensionals, and I am going to use my little strips because they make it so quick and easy. Love the strips. Love the strips. So, and I can just rip them, and I do want a little piece right here. And then what I do with my leftovers, I just stick it back on right there. These are awesome. All right, and then I'm going to just peel those off. That one's a little long, no problem. Just cut it off, toss it over your shoulder. There you go. All right, so there is that. I'll put that one a little lower. Isn't that pretty? Ooh, I think it's really, really pretty. The last thing we're going to do is go ahead and put a sentiment on here. Woo. And so I did die cut out of Unbounded Love. Has a lot of really pretty dies. I'm going to open that up so you can see it, and then I'm going to close my inks. It has a lot of really pretty dies, and I just think these are some fun ones to use because they are just all different kinds. So I tried a bunch of different ones. I have some here, and I think I'm going to do, I was thinking about Peace and Joy, or I could do, the other one I was thinking about is a Merry Christmas. I can get this up. That felt kind of big.
That looks a little big.
Kind of covers the whole thing. Same with that. So I think, because I have a Merry Christmas that I thought would look cute, but then I also thought, well, you could just do a thanks, right? So let's go ahead and stamp this one just to see. Merry Christmas. And it could kind of tuck in, perhaps even.
Move it down a bit.
Or it could go down here.
No. Can you move the whole card down a bit?
The whole card, sorry.
There you go.
So it's kind of big. So I'm going to grab out of this stamp Greetings of the Season.
It up at the top.
You like it up at the top? Like here?
Yeah, I could see it. No, behind the middle tree.
We could do that just like that, but then you kind of can't see your Merry Christmas unless I move the tree over. So that is an option. But the other one is Love and Joy, I think is a really pretty one. And you could always put the Merry Christmas on the inside. So I'm going to try that on the back of this block. Love and Joy. And so, yeah, after the wedding now, there's 2 more Mrs. Schmids in the world. Kind of funny. There we go, Love and Joy. So this one is smaller, so I think it might actually fit here a little bit better. Like right here. I like that. So I'm just going to stick that on. I just re-inked my ink pad, so I just want to make sure I don't smear it. There we go. Up a little higher. Down a little lower. Right there. Love and Joy. And of course, you could put some glimmer and glitz on here. And I did bring over some embellishments because, I mean, you got to have embellishments. But I was thinking of using these, and these are the iridescent foil gems. So you can, if you can see them, they have white and they have like glitter on them. So let's go ahead and put some of these on.
They're probably all on the other side.
Take, no, I've got one. Did you take my, take your pick? That's all right. We'll use this. See if we can pick them up with this. All right. Maybe. Barely. All right. No, that's not going to work. That's okay. I'm just going to put a little bit on the, I don't know, it doesn't really show up on the tree, does it? That's okay. I'm going to put some on the tree. I'm good though, because I just think just on this front tree, kind of zigzagging my way down here, one more there. That's 5, because I do want that to be an odd number. So just put some on this tree right there. Can you see those? Put that like that. You can see they're there. Could always add one more, which I'm going to do on the Love and Joy. Like that. Okay. That is what I have. What do you think? Isn't that pretty?
Very fun.
Yeah.
Hey, Cheryl.
All right. Do you have anything for us? I'm sure you have something.
I do.
All right. What do you got?
As always, we have lots going on. First thing I want to remind you about is the 3-day sale going on. There is an amazing sale going on right now, today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. With the sale, you get 15% off all stamps from the annual catalog. If you go to thestamperstudio.com, click on Order Stampin' Up! Products, you will be taken right in there and you can go ahead and order those. So many fun stamp sets. If you haven't gotten them, you were like, you know what, I've been waiting. Now's your chance. 15% off is a great deal. We also have going on right now up to 30% off some of your favorite kits from the kits collection. So those are 2 things that, like I said, go to thestamperstudio.com, click on Order Products, and you'll be taken right in there and you can do that. Finally, we have a very fun event coming up in February. It is called Escape and Create, a sweet stampin' weekend. It will be up at the Refuge Little Falls. During this weekend, you will have the opportunity to make 10, count them, 10 stamping projects. You will also have ample time to work on your own projects, whatever things that you bring up with you. We will take care of your lodging and all of your meals. If you don't want to stay at the Refuge, you can stay at home at a nearby hotel. You would still have a stamping space, and all your meals would still be included. So 2 great options for you. Go to thestamperstudio.com, scroll down just a little bit, click on Escape and Create, and we have even more information for you there.
All right. You know, as I look at these, I'm always like, I want to add a little bit more. So I do love this sheer ribbon with the silver on the edge, and literally that's what I have left of it. So another ribbon to order some more, but I think that just adds a little bit more there. I like it. The last thing that comes in this one are these little pieces to make a bow. Look at this.
With the dies.
In the dies. The last piece that comes with the dies. And it's going to make a little bow like that.
So pretty.
How cute is that? It's such a cute little bow. So this one obviously is cardstock, but I'm going to make one out of Designer Series paper, which I did just use regular adhesive on this, but I'm thinking with the Designer Series paper, I don't know, I keep waiting for that to pop up and it has not, but I feel like with the Designer Series paper, it might be better.
Mary Jo said they finished off the pom-pom ribbons, so you'll need to order
some of that too. Okay, that's all good. No worries. I didn't have very much of the pom-pom ribbon. I really like it. I was saving it. Just kidding. All good. So I'm just kind of creasing these with my fingers to give it a little bit of a head start there for my little bow. And this could be a little bow on a package. It could be a little bow on a tag. Bless you.
Thank you.
It could just be on a little tag. I like working on top of my silicone mat because then
slide over just a little bit. You're kind of off center.
So then I'm not getting adhesive all over everything. All right, here's the piece that is the ribbon. Look how cute that is. Come on. It's so cute.
Plaid bow.
I know. Dave's mom loves plaid bows.
She is the queen of plaid.
Yes, she is. But then there's also this little tiny square die. And I was like, what's that for? Oh, that's to cover up the middle where you're gluing things together. To just add one, I'm going to use a glue dot on the last one, just to make it look uniform, I guess, make it look finished.
Yep,
And
just finishes it off.
I'm going to put
It's like that little center of your bow.
So I tried to die cut just one little square. Yeah, there it is.
Hold it all the way up.
Come on, look how cute that is.
Very cute.
Very, very cute. I just thought of one more thing that I was going to show you. Why can't I think of it?
It's
Okay.
all good.
All right. Well, it was just something. I don't remember. Okay. Anyway, I can always put it in the chat if I do. But isn't that so fun? These little bows. I don't know. Okay. I hope that you have a great week. Monday is kind of sometimes the hardest day of the week for us. Kind of kids coming back to school. It takes a little bit for them to get used to being in school. But it's hope you have a great week. I look forward to seeing you on Saturday. We will be up at the refuge and I will be doing something from there. So happy stamping, friends.